somebody on defense. They got to do something. They can't play 52 to 49 games.
You know, I like that. I like Sheamar Stewart. I'm one, again, he's an F the play up guy. Disruption is production. And I am a believer, too, in, like, the NFL, the game will become simpler for him. It will. He got asked to do things at Texas A&M that were not conducive to his skill set or actually putting him in the spot to succeed to his total abilities. Now they're going to go, hey, we don't really give a damn. You don't have to worry about the run game this or the run game that. Get a little wide and just go after the quarterback like a bull in a china shop. That's what we want you to do. And I think he's made for that. And as we talk about, too, so much, right? Guys like this, they get in that NFL environment. They start to go, wait, all I got to do is that, and I can make $30 million a year? And you see them change their style of play and everything about it. So, big-time move by them. I really do like that. Now, I got to address one other thing you said there. And I feel like Atlanta for the second year.
Okay, well, no, I want to talk about the Bengals. Yeah, listen, I think the Bengals obviously got to make moves, right, defensively. I mean, it's not really that groundbreaking. I'm excited to see what the Bengals do, not only defensively, but offensively, because their offense has to change because their defense has to be better. And once their defense can be better, like, I need to see Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins slip into some more conservative playing. Like everyone's numbers should actually go down because the defense should go up. Okay, so I even before the draft, I kept saying I like the defensive coordinator hire. I have to imagine that they're obviously going to be aggressive in the draft and potentially free agency. And the moves that they're going to make here. And I really do think they have that here. Like, what I think gets lost a little bit with really kind of building a lot of these teams, but especially where the Bengals are and just how potent and legit their offense is. For them, it's never about trying to build the most dominant defense or they got to have a top 5 defense. Like, it's never really been about that for them. They just need a truly competent defense. And really, most importantly, a defense that can step up in big moments in big games and just not crumble in big games and not make mental mistakes, not put the Bengals in a position to lose the game. I mean, it really gets boiled down to just the simplest statement like that. Just don't lose us the game. Just don't make us have to have Joe Burrow put up 40-some points. Like, that's actually all we're asking for. That's truly all we're asking for. Like, and just when we do play these great offenses, when we play, Lamar and Mahomes and and whoever's your favorite, the Eagles, the Lions, whatever, like, just act like you played football before. Don't be like, oh my God, I've never faced a quarterback like this before. Oh my God, the Eagles. Oh no, like just be competent. And the Bengals haven't been now for a few years. They haven't been competent. And again, especially in big important games, you're just like, oh my God, you just know very quickly. You can, this is offense, man. This Joe Burrow's got to throw for 500 yards here, and that it's a tough way to go. So it's like, I'm not even looking for the Bengals to be like, oh yeah, they're going all in on defense. They're going to attack. They're going to be aggressive. I'm like, just be competent. Just don't lose the game. I don't need you to win the game. There was games, let's just look at the last 2 Super Bowl winners, the Eagles and the Chiefs. There were plenty of games for both those teams where, like, you needed the defense to win you that game, to really make sure you held, said team to 14 points, 17, whatever it is. The Bengals are not asking their defense to do that. They're not asking to do that. They're just like, can you give Joe Burrow some decent field position? Can you force a 3? Can we score a touchdown here and then you immediately force just like 1 3-and-out so we can kind of build off this momentum so we can get a quick 10 points in a snap of the fingers? Can we get 10 points going into the second half? Like, can we just start to build some momentum? Can we have some shorter drives on defense? You know, like that's all you're asking for. You're not asking like, I need strip sacks. I need, I need this. I need that. Like you really don't. You really don't. You just like I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again. Like you just need competence. You just need competence. And this offense will still be potent because that's the thing. We know that Joe Burrow and this offense can put this team on their back, that they can put up the points with the best of them. So you know that if a game unfolds that way, okay, we got that. We got that, but like we just can't do that every single game. Like sometimes you look at offenses, or excuse me, you look at teams, and I've been talking about this especially with the AFC West, and I'm like, okay, look at the Chargers, look at the Broncos. I'm looking at all these great defenses, and I'm like, all right, listen, the way how you're going to try to have to beat the Chiefs, you do need to have like a very aggressive defense. This is going to probably be very largely defensive-led games, low scoring, ugly, weird, physical, like we saw all last year. And it was like, okay, defense, let's go. It's going to be more than just being like, oh, we need to have a better offense than the Chiefs, for instance. And I almost, in a lot of ways, see it backwards for the Bengals, especially like, I don't look at it where I'm like, you need to build a defense to be able to slow down Lamar Jackson. I'm like, I mean, it's just slow down is kind of a relative term here, but it's like, sure, just don't give up like 40 plus points to Lamar. Like, can you just like have a normal game where he only puts up like 28 because he's still Lamar Jackson, still the Ravens, Derrick Henry, etc. Like, can we just like not give up like nearly 50 points? Can we just do that? And it's just like, and then we can win. and then we can win. Like it becomes that straightforward. I mean, we can see these games giving up 38 to the Commanders, giving up 41 to the Ravens, giving up 37 to the Eagles, 34 to the Chargers, 35 to the Ravens, 44 to the Steelers. So this is what I'm trying to say is like, just like, it's just like, can we just like tone it down a little bit? That's all we need. Just tone it down. So it's like, I'm looking more for competence than a team that needs to light the league on fire. And it's just like, and in that regard, it's just like, I want high IQ grown-ups. I want them to understand what the objective is, what they need to do to help this team win. Right? And it's not always clear in a lot of ways. It's not. And so I'm so fascinated to see, because the Bengals have not really had to deal with this, and Joe Burrow, quite frankly, hasn't had to deal with this as since he's been in the NFL. Like this delicate dance between the offense and the defense, and how they're going to work off each other, because all last year was just pretty much like the defense is nothing. It's like not even, no lead is safe. Like no, doesn't matter. Like we're not even gonna even remotely worry about the defense. We're not going to go into any games expecting, turnovers, low score, like whatever it is, right? Especially when you're playing some of these teams, like, again, like the Ravens, the Steelers, etc. Like, you're just going with the mentality of like, just got to let it rip, man. Got to let it rip. And then, that's how you get stats like this. That's how you have Joe Burrow throwing for 4,900 yards, 652 passing attempts. 43 touchdown passes, 9 interceptions. Jamar Chase going off for 1,700. So, yeah. Competence. And I'm excited to see them continue to double and triple down on defense. If they just get competence, the Bengals are genuinely a top team, and with that offense, with Joe Burrow, a suffocating team, an elite team. Like so few teams can you say, I just need a competent defense and we are going to be the team that just nobody wants to play. Like, I don't know really many teams out there that you can really say that about. It's not the Chiefs, especially right now in the NFL, like right now. It's not the Ravens, not the Chiefs, not even the Eagles, not even the reigning Super Bowl champions. You know, what made them special was how great both sides of the ball were. And that's what made them so ultimately suffocating. But if you, like, reduce their defense, like, yeah, their offense can still get away with it and can still win games, but, like, not like how they did. You know, not at all. And, you know, and if we flip it around and say how great their defense is and reduce their offense, you're like, all right, you're going to win some games, but, like, you know, just it's going to change things. That game gets a lot closer then for the Kansas City, you know, in the Super. It gets a lot closer against the Commanders if you don't go 7 for 7 in the red zone. But the Bengals, it's like you have a competent defense. You're an elite special team. An elite special team. Because, again, you're going to be giving this incredibly potent offense extra possessions, better field position, like, you know, like momentum building stuff that will only increase exponentially. So it's like it becomes greater than the sum of its parts here. So that's why I'll say it one last time and I'll end the video there. Competent defense. Competent defense. It's all you need is a competent defense, and this team is back to being a bona fide, without a shadow of a doubt, top Super Bowl contender, and a true one. Not one of those where like, oh yeah, they're a top team in the NFL. Like, no, like a true one. The team that nobody really wants to face. And they're like, oh God, we got to get through the Bengals. It's like, yeah, we can beat them, but like, I don't feel good. I mean, like, I don't feel good about it. I don't feel like we're gonna, you know, like, it's just one of those kind of like, you know, it's gonna go either way. Like, competent defense. And dare I say, if you have a great defense, then it's like game, set, match. But like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Cincinnati Bengals? You know, really trying to make moves defensively. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.